Hey everybody, it's EzraTime again here, and welcome back to another anime review. And today I wanna review or share with you guys an old anime, I guess, from the early 2000s or like mid 2000s, which is an anime called Black Lagoon. I know that this anime is pretty popular back in the day, but now isn't much content because apparently there's a bunch of hiatus and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna get into that later. So yeah, so let's just review back Black Lagoon, shall we? So Black Lagoon is basically an anime about like crime and thriller and all that kind of stuff, which is basically kind of like I would say people say it's similar to Quentin Tarantino, which I think Ray Hiro, which is the creator of this manga right here, like anime. Basically, he took some inspiration for many things, but I think he mentioned Quentin Tarantino as one of them. I can't exactly say on that topic yet because I haven't seen any of the Quentin Tarantino movies, but I kind of familiar with his style because I see some clips of that and then people talking about Quentin Tarantino, obviously, and people hold that in high regard. So watching this anime it felt very different than your typical other anime out there because first of all, the dubbing is way better than the sub, because usually when you watch anime, you're always watching sub than dub, right? But man, Black Lagoon, if you guys watched Black Lagoon for the first time, I suggest you guys watch it on dub, dubbing, English dubbing, because the character was supposed to be speaking English, not Japanese. And the dubbing was great. I don't think they can get away with the dubbing in this year right now, like this current time. But back in mid 2000s, pretty much can get away with anything because social media wasn't existed back in the day. So freedom, yeah. But yeah, so Black Lagoon is about I guess I should tell you guys what is Black Lagoon is all about first. It's about this guy named Roku Okojima, later known as Rock. Basically, he got kidnapped by this pirate led by Dutch Ravi, which is the girl that you see in the poster, and then Benny as well, Benny. And basically, they have to trace some sort of like a CD and all that kind of stuff, which I don't really pay attention to the beginning of the episode because it's just like, well, it's a catalyst obviously for the rest of the series. But basically they have some trading and all that kind of stuff with the company that Rock was working, but apparently the company that he was working with is really shitty. He was treated not as a human being but as a trick, like like just like a robot, basically just to be commanded and all that kind of stuff. And in the end of the first episode actually, or the second one, Rock basically just abandoned his company, and then he joins this Black Lagoon company, and they all reside in Ryanapur, which is basically the most shittiest town you can ever imagine in this anime, which is basically a town where a bunch of mafia and then gangster and all that kind of stuff, mafia boss or like mob and all that kind of stuff is just like residing there. And then basically the town was like really corrupt, and there is an authority, there is a police officer obviously, but they don't really do anything. They pretty much also corrupt themselves, so it's a really dark city. And then pretty much everybody that walk into Ranapur, basically they are the Walking Dead, and many characters that even mention themselves as the Walking Dead because in the city you can get killed like immediately or like anytime. You don't like you don't know when you're gonna get killed. You just know that you're gonna die soon enough, because it is Ranapur, so that's why it's called the Walking Dead. Um, but yeah, like I said before, the anime felt very different because I feel like this is like it was supposed to be kind of realistic, but also not at the same time because the action sequences is very anime-ish. Like Raffi here was really a character that is like super anime-ish. Like the shooting in the anime was like sometimes it's like I don't think it's really that realistic in my opinion because like sometimes you see a goon just like pointing gun, and then usually you shoot the guy far away, right? But for some reason the guy just like running like this. The gun, he hold the gun like this, so I pointing the gun at Ravi, and then he just run and then say like, "Hey man, screw you, Ravi," and he just run like this instead of like shooting the gun. And his position was actually behind Ravi, so he could just kill her. And for some reason he didn't shoot, So I was like, okay, well this is gonna be the style, right? And it's even escalated in the future episodes where you see a bunch of guys shooting each other like in point blank, and none of them getting shot. I have no idea how none of them are getting shot, but that's the result. I was like, okay, wow, and I know that nobody even said this anime was supposed to be realistic. It's an anime after all, but I would say there is some sort of realism in this anime. Like there is interesting story between Rock and Revy. And even though Dutch and Benny was also part of the Lagoon Company, but Rock and Revy is the two main protagonists. They are the two main driving characters, or like the driving point for the story. And there is so many other characters that is also interesting as well. Like so many strong female characters in this anime, which is an actual strong female character, not some Mary Sue that you saw on Hollywood movies. Like first of all, Ravi, obviously, and then you got Edda, which is a nun in the rip-off church, and then you got Miss Balalaika, which is a Russian mob at the hotel mascotting. You got Roberta, which is probably the most dangerous female characters in this anime. You see why if you already watch it, you know why I pick Roberta as the most dangerous one. And then you got Xianhua, which is a Taiwanese characters. And then you got Frederica Sawyer, which is the cleaner, which is obviously a reference to Leatherface, And I think it was cute. I like it. I like that reference. And yeah, this anime only has 2 seasons and then one OVA, which all of them are pretty much enjoyable. Like you can actually watch all of them back to back, obviously. And I feel like you guys are not gonna get bored of this anime because every single story arc, something different is happening. Sometimes the main character is fighting this character, this side characters that becomes enemy. And then several episodes later, they the main character hired the same character that tried to kill them, and then they become allies. Like I feel like that portrayal was actually interesting because in this kind of world, in this Black Lagoon world, where everything is just like super fucked up. Well, some of your best friend could be your enemy, and I think that show the anime really showed that, and I really really like that. Even though I really wish they don't exactly fight each other, but it's gonna happen, which is kind of sucks, but whatever. Because they're all good characters, and I kind of root for most of them, I would say. So yeah, and I guess for me, I guess the bad part of this anime is that the Ray Hiro, I think again the creator, basically the manga went on many hiatus. So after the anime is finished, after the last OVA, which is released back in 2010, there is only two story arc, if I'm not mistaken. There's only two story arc, and then the manga is actually went on hiatus again. I think recently. I have no idea. I haven't keep up on the news, but basically there's only two more story arc after the last OVA, the last anime that you saw in 2010, literally. And because the manga has so many hiatus, and then because Rai Hiro basically has depression the entire time, or like what wasn't the entire time, but like he has depression, and then for the past 10 years, and that's why he took some hiatus on this manga right here, which is again part of me was like, yeah, that kind of sucks, because I want to see more of this Black Lagoon story, and I really want to see how it's going to end, because I feel like things in the manga, it's like, yeah, things are getting escalated, but it's not like super tense or like super like maybe go like, oh shit, this is gonna be the direction that we're going. It's not exactly that, but it's exciting, that's what I'm gonna say. I think it's getting more and more exciting as you go forward, and then how to see especially Rock and Revi's character development, because I feel like their role is like Revi is the badass one, and Rock is like the chill guy and doesn't really want to shoot people and kill people, but I feel like the story kind of like reverse them together. I think like kind of like reverse their role. So Rock is becomes like a villain, become more darker. I think from the recent story arc from the manga, and then you got Ravi, who basically doesn't really want to do this. Like I think basically her true personality start to show eventually, but not exactly 100%. But I think that's where the story goes, and that's why I wanted to see more of the chapter. And it kind of sucks that we didn't get any of them because the manga writer have depression. And what can you do, right? It's just life, so I don't really want to judge it. And there is some several spin-off manga focusing on Frederica Sawyer, and then I think there is recently announced there was a manga for Edda, basically. So I guess you can read that if you want to, the spin-off. I haven't read any of the spin-off, to be honest, so yeah, I guess I really hope that this anime can return in the future, because it's since 2010, it's been like 11 years, actually more than 12 years now. So it's been a long time. So I really hope that the studio can, make more of this anime. Like I think with the two story arc from the manga, they can actually make one more season or like two more OVA, I guess. I have no idea. They could make more if they want to. There is two more story arc, and I think that's enough for an OVA or like one season. Again, depend. Um, So yeah, hopefully this anime will return, and hopefully the manga creators, or like the manga writers, the author, can actually finish this story and not just like stop at middle point, because he's taking so many hiatus. So I'm really hoping that he can actually finish it and not just like I hope Black Lagoon doesn't become one of this manga that just left unfinished, that you never actually see the ending, and that's gonna be sucks, But yeah, I think that's my review or my thoughts on Black Lagoon. Again, guys, if you guys haven't watched this anime, watch it on dubbing, watch it on dub. Don't watch it on subtitle, because the character was supposed to be speaking American, not Japanese. So, and again, the dubbing was really fun. It was really edgy, and I really love it because it fits so well with the world of the Black Lagoon, or I guess, Ryanapur, right? But yeah, I just really think this anime is really underrated. I think this is like an underrated gem in my opinion. So if you guys haven't watched it, then please go check it out. It's a really fun anime. If you guys love Quentin Tarantino movie, I heard so many people who already watched Quentin Tarantino movie, and they compared that to Quentin Tarantino movies. So compare this anime, I mean. So I think you guys are going to love it. There is definitely some Tarantino elements here, and I think it's gonna be an interesting story moving forward. So I really can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the future. So yeah, if you guys haven't watched the anime, go ahead and watch it on dub. Don't and yeah, that's my thoughts. I guess I can't exactly give a rating because the anime isn't finished. I mean currently probably I don't know, a 9 out of 10 I guess. It's really entertaining. I definitely want it more in the future, and I'm glad that the Black Lagoon fandom didn't died. Some of them actually recently post a video on Black Lagoon, so I'm really glad that the fandom is still alive and is still keeping the momentum, and hopefully we get to see a continuation of this in the future. Um, so yeah, guys, that's my anime review. I know it's not perfect. I know it's like I'm basically jumbling the entire time. Again, I'm not writing a script here. I'm just like speaking from my mind. So I'm really sorry if I'm talking nonsense and I'm just like juggling to the words. I try to be better in the future, I promise, guys. So yeah, that's my review, guys. And again, hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys enjoyed, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff, and go watch Black Lagoon. I think it's a really fun anime, and it's really entertaining anime. Anime. So I can speak. Sorry. I think you guys are going to love it. So please check it out if you guys haven't. Watch it on dub. And yeah, that's it for anime reviews. Stay tuned for more review in the future. I don't know what this is gonna be. So just wait for it, I guess. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this anime review, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one then. Bye.